What's up, guys? Wolf Games here, and welcome back to Danganronpa. So, we got free time now. I don't think I have any. What do I have? Let me check. Would Taka like the red scarf? Where is he?
In other words,
You know what I'd really like to do?
you hear me?
I'd like to found and subsequently lead an official morals committee here in the school. My mission is to secure everyone's moral foretold and create an environment. Okay. We went to the dining hall and Taka made us some of his delicious tea. Okay. I'll give him the scarf. There we go. Very impressive. I should thank you for this. Hey, Makoto. As long as we're talking, let's really talk. What do you say? That's fine.
You hear me?
Let's get down to brass tack and find out where we stand on all the big issues. So what should we discuss? Politics, the economy. Instead of a big serious discussion, can we just have a normal conversation? That's the best way to learn about people. What I mean by normal conversation. For example, what do you like to do on your spare time?
Listen to me!
Study, of course. I'm a student, aren't I? A student must be a studying professional. And of course my duties as the chairperson of the morals committee keep me quite busy as well.
You understand?
It's my duty to foster an environment in which we can all focus on our studies. But what else? Like when you're at home, or you just have some time to kill. If I have time to kill, I study. This is fun. Okay, my turn, Makoto. What do you like to do in your spare time? Normal stuff, watch TV, play video games. And this helps you study how? It's not about studying, it's just for fun.
That's wrong!
But doing things just for fun serves no purpose. There must be more to it. You wouldn't spend your valuable time doing something unless... would you? Okay. What did he say again? I can't remember. You know how it's useful? It helps give you something to talk about with other people. Something to talk about? Like when... Sorry, my dog was, working at something. Like when you see something awesome on TV or some awesome game, and you want to share it with someone, you find other other people who feel the same way, and that's how you make friends.
Kid me. This is ridiculous!
I once was blind, but now I see.
How unfortunate.
That kind of thing has plagued me for years. I tried making friends, but whenever I would make conversation, it would die after a few minutes. Now I finally found the answer.
I see.
I need to study more games, more TV shows. You don't need to study them. I'm so ashamed of myself. If there was a hole somewhere around here, I'd totally go and hide in it. Okay. I'm a complete embarrassment. I'm not qualified even to be a moral committee. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Professor. You taught me the most valuable lesson. I've earned my respect. Okay. Well then, Professor, by your leave. Okay. Nighttime. Alright.
Ahem. School announcement, school announcement. Nighttime is quickly approaching, but before it arrives, all students, please gather in the gym immediately. Emergency! Emergency!
Why now all of a sudden? I have a terrible feeling. Gym's this way. Okay. Wrong way. Not having a class trial yet. Okay. There we go. Asking us to gather together all of a sudden like this, what could he possibly want? What might await us this time? He's keeping things interesting, that's for certain. How is that funny? Can't you smile like a normal person once in a while? Like how the housewife on a classic TV show smiles at the end of an episode.
What the heck?
There's something really messed up with you if you can laugh at a time like this. Which of us is actually messed up?
Huh?
What's that supposed to mean? Nothing in particular, just admiring, that's all. I don't want to kill anyone, but I also don't want to stay here, living in blind denial day after day. I was just admiring how you could live like that and still keep your sanity.
What is this?
I'm not in denial. That reminds me, remember how you kept talking about how the police or whoever would come to help us? How'd that turn out? It seems to me there's no sign whatsoever of possible rescue.
Well...
That's just...
Huh?
I wonder what actually happened.
Certainly.
It's strange. There's no way the police wouldn't know about it. We're right in the middle of a major urban area.
What?
On the contrary, the mastermind may be just that powerful to take control even of the police.
Could it be?
This might not be related, but then don't say it. I'm gonna say it.
It's not like some occult mystery.
It's about last night. I was near the main hall, just staring off into space, when all of a sudden, I heard it.
Huh?
You heard what? a sound that I don't really know what it was, what kind of sound. Like I said, I don't really know. But if I had to describe it, it was like a construction site, I guess.
For serious?
I mean, I could just be making that up. I only just barely heard anything. You definitely made it up. Must have just been the sound of the ocean in the head of yours. Say what? What you talking about, Shoko? Okay. He's arrived. What Hero heard wasn't the sound of construction, but it could have been an explosion. Or maybe a machine gun. That can kind of sound like construction in a way. What are you talking about? Beyond this point, my mouth is zipped, my lips are sealed. It's a secret, little secret. Now let's move on to what you can tell us. Why did you call us here? You don't beat around the bush, do you? Ready for me to get to the point?
You please?
But before that, you mind if I vent a little? I'm low on energy these days. My stitching even losing all its shine and luster. I'm thinking it's probably because of this hum boring old everyday life. I'm looking for something with a little more stimulation, something ripped with danger.
Yep.
Can I just be frank?
Hey, I'm
The next Blacken hasn't shown up yet, and I'm getting bored.
Hey,
So I decided to come up with a new way to motivate you. Is it another set of videos or something? Are you gonna show us some dimension thing to try to drive us to murder? Drive you to murder? What a mean thing to say, just awful. I don't know what you got planned, but we're not going to kill each other anymore. No matter what you do, I swear to God we won't. That's very big talk. Do your very best. Now then, with your permission, let's begin. So this time it's embarrassing memories and secrets. As long as you're alive, it's given that there's things you don't want other people to know about. So I did a little investigating of my own and dug up some of your darkest secrets.
And those embarrassing memories and secrets are all contained in the envelopes I have right here. I'm
Oh,
going
boy.
to hand them out now, so take a second to take a peek.
As Monokuma spoke, he tossed all the envelopes at our feet. I quickly snatched the envelope with my name written on it. I nervously pulled it out and what was written inside. My entire body suddenly went rigid. Makoto wet the bed until he was in 5th grade. And that's not that bad. How? How'd you find out about this? You have 24 hours if someone doesn't become the Blacken by then.
Extreme!
All of your deepest, darkest, most embarrassing secrets will be exposed to the world. Maybe I'll roll by a crowded intersection in a van strapped with loudspeakers and spill the beans.
Yaha!
Wouldn't that be so embarrassing? So that's what you meant by motivate? You got it. They're all pretty unpleasant, trust me. None of you want me to reveal that stuff, right? It's definitely something I'd rather people not know, but We never kill over something like that. What'd you say?
Count on it.
He's right. Your plan is doomed to fail. No one's gonna murder someone for this kind of thing. Is it because, for better or worse, your memory is still a way to connect with the outside world? I have stuff I wouldn't want anyone to know, no matter what, so I assume you'll all be the same, which is why I put so much effort into preparing this next motive. You're saying you really wouldn't kill each other over this stuff? That just sucks. Well, what can you do? Okay then, in 24 hours I'll expose all your secrets just to make myself feel a little bit better. I'm sad, so depressed. Farewell.
So,
I didn't know what to expect at first, but maybe we dodged a bullet with this one. I mean, yeah, having those secrets revealed is gonna be totally embarrassing, but that's seriously not enough to give someone a reason to kill, right?
Listen to me.
Good news, everyone, I have a brilliant
You
idea.
hear me?
Why don't we just confess the secrets in the envelopes right here and now?
Without a doubt.
If we do that, all motives for murder will vanish. That's pretty smart, right?
Quiet down and listen.
My embarrassing secret is I don't want to hear your stupid story. Besides, I don't want to talk about it. I don't care what anyone says. I don't want to talk about mine.
as for me,
Neither do I.
Oh?
It's just human nature to want to hear it when you say it's impossible. Absolutely not.
Come on.
honestly,
I said
Here we go. Hey,
I don't want to talk about it.
say what?
I agree with them. There is no need to discuss it. What do you think, Chihiro?
I'm sorry,
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
but
But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. So you don't want to talk, you don't have to. I'm not super excited to talk about it either.
That's true.
If everyone's that much against it, even if my bro's the one that suggested it, I gotta say no. That's okay then. Either way, if it's just a few secrets, I'm sure nobody's about to kill anyone over it. A secret so bad you'd kill someone to keep it. Nobody's got something like that, right? I'll stop with all the secret talk,
hear me?
but each of us has 24 hours to get ready. Having our secrets exposed isn't going to be fun, but it's not like we're going to die because of it. So, don't do anything hasty. The way you keep repeating it kind of makes me worried. It's nighttime.
As such, okay then.
Nighttime already, huh? Let's just call it a day.
Of course.
We need to prepare for tomorrow. I was left with anxiety. I just couldn't shake it, but we left things as they were and left things as they lay. We head back to our rooms. Secrets or memories you don't want anyone to know about? A way to connect to the outside world. Honestly, the crap that Monokuma was spouting didn't have any effect on me. There's no way anyone would kill over stuff like that. Or maybe I was just being optimistic, which is probably why without too much of a struggle. Geez, I'm more tired than usual. I fell asleep. But what I didn't know is that even then a tragedy was taking place. Hey, do you have a second? I want to confine in you. It's about the prevailing world attitude right now. The difference between passive and active, I mean. For example, the difference between, like, oops, I killed him, and yeah, that's right, I killed him. Amazingly, there are tons of people who don't understand the difference. Can you believe it? But there's a huge difference between oops and that's right. You know what I'm saying? Anyone who can kill someone in the heat of the moment, but surprisingly, if you can do it with calculated intent to make that choice, then put it into action, it's way harder than letting your emotions lead you. It's all about preparation. So maybe you're wondering what's the point of trying to make.
Well,
I'm trying to
I'm
make.
not totally sure myself. Maybe you should try reading between the lines.
Morning. Good. Good morning.
Good morning!
Nice reaction. I'm glad to see you didn't disappoint. What are you doing here? I want to spice things up, so instead of a school announcement, I decided to wake you up in person. Because it's fun. And as long as I'm here, I figured I'd let you hear it right from the bear's mouth. Hear what? Are you sure you should be acting this laid back? I mean, even though something happened to one of your buddy classmates.
Say what?
Your face is all blue, like someone on the verge of death. What happened? What are you talking about? That's for me to know and you to find out. Good luck. Something happened to someone? Was it? No, it can't be. There's no way someone would. But what if? The dining hall. I need to get to the dining hall. Are you okay?
Hey.
Did Monokuma talk to you too? Byakuya, you're the only one. You're the only ones here. Where's everyone else? Either they're already off trying to verify what Monokuma said, or they've fallen victim to something that Monokuma mentioned.
Perhaps.
It can't be. Has it happened again? Murder? After hearing what Monokuma had to say, the worst possibility forced its way into my mind. So if something really did happen, does that mean someone did it because of what happened yesterday? Just old memories? Don't be so sure about that. Clearly someone felt it was more important than that. To judge someone else's values based on your own outlook, do you realize how dangerous that is?
What the heck?
Why didn't you say something yesterday?
Naturally.
Did you already forget? This isn't a call-up game. It's every man for himself. What good does it do to go out of my way to help you?
Just the worst.
Stop saying that already. There's something wrong with him, for serious. Did he get brainwashed or something?
Wait.
That's not important. What matters right now is that we find out what happened.
That's fine.
Let's split up and begin looking. Alright. Okay. There's a gym on the second floor? Oh, that's where the pool is. Never mind. Huh? The door is open, but aren't they supposed to be locked?
For this investigation, I have unlocked the doors. Please look around to your heart's content.
Okay.
It's all
Investigation,
clear now.
just as I thought.
I see.
Judging from what he just said, there can be no doubt a murder really has taken place. And the locker rooms, they're suspicious, very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. And the door swung open without a sound. In that moment, time seemed to freeze. What? I don't know how long it took me to fully comprehend the reality of what I was looking at. As soon as I did.
Danganronpa.
Very strange.
Most unusual, don't you think? He was totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
That is brutal. Look, Chihiro's corpse has been suspended somehow, and something has been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust. Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? They killed her. How could it not be brutal? That's my point. This murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to have committed. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity.
Interesting.
It's almost as if whoever did this did it for fun.
What the heck?
I heard screaming did something. Chihiro.
A body has been after a certain amount of time.
What was that?
What?
You're right. You were unconscious during Sayaka's, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, the announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Chihiro really is dead, yeah. Before you start screaming your head off, go round everyone up. It seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover the killer.
Damn.
Sorry, I was thinking about... Just the way she said that reminded me of the Shadow the Hedgehog game for some reason. I couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim. Which means we are now in the same position once again.
What the?
What is this? It's a dream. There is a dream. It's just a dream. In fact, I haven't even been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being alive. Shut up. Alright, For now, pay attention to the wall. The words written on it. Okay. The word bloodlust is written on the wall.
So,
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, does it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend. Oh. Genocide Jack.
What is this?
Then this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style. But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. The real? Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way. But as far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I am surprised at their stupidity. I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. What is it now? Toko. Ugh. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was standing there. Why? She fainted. That did not sound good. Toko? Are you okay? Come on, wake up. That's right, I just remembered what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood. She is... I'm assuming that's the phobia for blood. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films. Isn't that violating the school rules? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like on purpose.
Just a second.
Can you hear me? You gotta wake up. It was such a strange reaction. It was a total loss of words. She leapt straight up in the air, changing her stance as she did it. What? Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know? It happened, right? Are you okay? I'm fine. Is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
What the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. Everything's fine, at least the stutter is all gone.
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strange. It might be best if we take her back to her room.
That's fine.
I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental facilities. Let's head to the main hall. That'll help you understand what's going on. Okay. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking here for? There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. No way, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? You finally found them. Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance. It seems there's a system in place where the handbook of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Saika. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. Yeah. You're right. This is Saika's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole I reviewed earlier.
What?
Hold on a second.
Very
What's wrong?
strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name on it when it started up. Then the ones who won't turn on must be Leon's, right? Yeah, it is. You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey,
Now!
what? The handbook is essential to student life here. There's no way it would break that easily,
That's
but it did.
impossible!
I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't frickin' break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point.
I can't hear you!
It's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks. Then Leon must have broke it somehow without realizing what its weakness was. You know what I think? I think this handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might be asking, how can that be? Okay. Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning
That's
on.
fine.
Okay. That's strange. This should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest. Track down to the true other company. That noise was my dog, by the way. We need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Not quite. Hold on, there's still more fighting here. What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one who killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
The murderous fiend Genocide Jack, right? There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be demented, a demented killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder, but words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Whoops.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's really proof. There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will prove all the evidence
It's all
you
clear
need.
now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Hey, you two. Big trouble. I need your
don't have
help.
time to play with you.
We're busy. Leave us alone. It's an emergency. Come on, please. You gotta help me.
Please.
You gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? An emergency. What happened?
No.
Something is wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. What should we do,
Very
Byakuya?
strange.
I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we could take a second to see what's going on with her.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Yeah.
Let's come on and hurry. Wait for us, you know. Okay. Is Toko inside? I hate the controls. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. What's the emergency?
So,
After what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, I came back to check on her. See how she was doing. It was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying weird stuff.
That's fine.
We should try talking to her. Good idea. Holy crap.
what?
Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you pulling yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
And just like that, she slammed the door. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang in a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down the door. But it felt like something was holding it shut.
But
I'm really worried about her. You think you could ask her to come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Well, I guess you can be nice.
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. What was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure.
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of it. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. The library. Let's go in. This is the archive, right? Get inside.
Let's go.
Okay. There are so many books and files, and so much dust too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay.
that's enough.
dangerous. Okay. Whoops. If you pay attention to your surroundings, I'm sure you'll discover the value of yourself. This box? It's a wooden box, it's empty. It looks like there was something inside. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Okay.
What?
Do you have a problem with the lamp? It was here before, then I moved it out here. It was too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Okay.
That's right.
That's a report on the president's assassination. What does this have to do with the investigation? Are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library?
Interesting.
Okay.
Such ignorance.
The mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily?
What?
What do you mean, usually? Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents more than once? But all this has to be, like, top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. How is it possible?
In other words,
I already told you, there is a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interests me is the most where the cold case placed investigation reports. Reading through these reports has always been a hobby of mine. The Genocide Jack case.
that's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack case has been compiled here. But there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that the victims are murdered. When the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, the victims are suspended. The only ones who know about that particular fact were the members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. So in other words, no one on the news or online, nobody knows that aspect of each crime. Yeah, but someone could have come in here and read that and decided to put Chihiro like that. So, yeah. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, so how could the killer have known about suspending the victims? They could have read it.
So in
Could have
other
read this
words,
document. The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
That's right. There is evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us.
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. About the Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it?
That's fine.
You didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look. Okay. Top secret. Suddenly my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. Jeez. Okay. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killers, countless victims were killed and suspended in the exact same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays, at night, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for killings took place was on the holidays in the afternoons. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. That the suspect may potentially suffer from disconnective identity disorder.
So in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Huh. Okay.
let's go.
Alright. We should get going soon. We're about... Where are we going? Okay. This is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden like this.
I don't have time to play with you.
Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful.
Goodbye.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da!
Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the
I
culprit.
feel as if
Another stat increase for me. What did you find? I can't reveal that just yet, but I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Miss Lundberg said she witnessed something worthwhile. What did she see?
Well,
She refused to tell me. It's like when a... Okay. So where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. Warehouse by the dorms? Okay. Why can't I teleport? I'll check out this room first. Okay. The girls' locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this.
Damn. No forgiveness!
I can't forgive this. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
however,
Well, I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of.
well. So then,
Let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts. Okay. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Let's see. Some kind of rope. It's a plug. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack files, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Okay. There's a strange stain on the carpet. Okay. This poster, it's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... In the boys' locker room, there's a boy band. On the locker room, there's a swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? Whoops. Okay. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker rooms, right, Sakura? Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker room could have been switched? I can't really say, I never really paid attention to the posters.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every day. Time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee. In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. Anyways, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. But I don't see the stain on the carpet now. I noticed it earlier, the stain has disappeared. Someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusual clean? As if there was never a stain to begin with. Now that stain's in the boys' locker room. Alright. How's Toko doing? Same as before, she won't come out and she just keeps mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. Maybe my head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry. But don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. There are two things I'm sure God created, outer space and donuts. I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with? She was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Sakura said something similar. Even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
That's true. It wasn't just us either. It was like she was staying away from all the girls. She talked to all the boys all the time. It's kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but it's totally fine with the opposite sex. Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover. I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Okay. Now go to the warehouse. What are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply of them. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were gonna ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you. Then, did you find something? Very well. I will test you and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse.
indeed.
Really? It was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket in her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
It would appear she ignored the nighttime rule. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would ever happen. There was no trace of a track jacket or duffel bag. That's true. Where else? Let's see. What about the library? The lamp won't turn on. It's not plugged in. The lamp cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. I wonder if... Oh! Oh yeah. The extension cord was used for Chihiro's body. Huh? Anything... Is there anything here that might be useful? Oops. There's still more I need to check. Huh. Okay. It's weird, I don't see anything else here. Is there something in here that I missed? I know it was around here somewhere. It's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Okay.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for. You remember where to. Please go through the red door.
Okay. It's about to begin. The red door is right through there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys at the class trial.